Does them banning out those top laners make Gen.G put Galio top lane, or were they already going to put Galio top lane? That's always the question you're wondering to switch it up now. You see the Gideon going for a little bit invade on the top side as he knows his bot side jungle is being threatened.
I mean, Galio's pretty good at taking down the little chickens, right? Looking for a bunch of them. He's going to deny a lot of XP. He will have to probably flash here as he's just waiting until the very last moments to do so. Just gonna back, and then he's going to flash over, so kind of delaying the inevitable. Grubs, rather. Grubby in here is going to go for the dragon instead.
Yeah. Obviously, I think nice for Gen.G, given that they really want to snowball this game. Getting those grubs early can be pretty advantageous. But they did get nerfed. The current patch on, which is 15.3 or 25. The naming convention changed like 8 times.
25.s1. No. 2025.s1.3.
A Braum Q, a Vi Q.
You're probably just dying. But at the end of the day, they did use their Ash Arrow, so Gen.G take the opportunity to just take a grub down. It's now Duro in the front line. They do have a lot of peel, but Canyon getting dove right now by Gideon, who's going all in. Has to flash the Solar Flare, though, and cannot end Canyon's life here on the Nidalee. The spears are also flying as Chovy remaining here as a stalwart tank in the front, gonna pull in the Yone and pull him even deeper into the team. Trying to burst down the Yone. They do get the kill. That's first blood. And Duro tanks up the damage. Will live. King in the front line, but doesn't have any support from his team as Ruler. He's on the chase. The flash forward. This one is a good one on the Ezreal, as he does try to chase them down, looking for 7 seconds on his ult. The block of the Q is huge for Lehens.
His ult's gonna
1
be up
second.
now.
There it is. But they spot it, and they
away.
see it coming. Too obvious.
In time.
Yeah.
And I think really if Canyon had gone down, if Fisher was able to get in the fight a bit sooner, I actually think Nongshim's initiation was good. It's gonna take more time, so the goal lead isn't huge right now, but I feel like really Gen.G on quite a big advantage with just the state of the game for their composition right now.
Now he got a little setup here, actually, as Duro once again being bullied. He does not have flash. Might just be a free kill here, as you know, when you're playing Leona, you feel like you can kind of be anywhere, but it was actually Canyon that went very deep to go in onto Lehens and maybe overextended.
Kingan's TP just came up now, and Fisher's on the flank.
I mean, TP's coming in, but it's in the mid lane. The Rift Herald's already down, pretty much. So one eye hit, one smite away. That's going to do it. The engage comes in from Duro, but not a big follow-up from Gen.G. They got to worry about the combo. Able to get away from the arrow, but Fisher here on the flank is always threatening. They've got that buy as well, and look at that. Keen is going to be burnt down, and here's the follow-up. He lines up 2. Fisher able to get on top of the set. Chovy nowhere for him to go, and Ruler and Canyon are just left to run away. Yes, they get the Rift Herald, but they lose 3 kills.
He played, I think, by Nongshim, playing around the Galio very well. And we did see Gen.G made a TP play towards the top. They prioritized the turret. Gold is back to even. But it does mean they lose that dragon on the bot side. So feats of strength secured, goal lead equalized, but an extra dragon to Nongshim, I'm sure they are happy to take.
Yeah, it's definitely anybody's game from here. So many times already that Helen's getting huge amount of values with the Unbreakable as Kingan. He's just kind of dead. Let's see if Nongshim can come over here. Just pulled away from the equalizer. Nongshim desperately trying to come up. Here's the TP. Kingan trying to turn this one around, but he's already dead. And the TP has been used. And now it's Fisher who is behind enemy lines. Trying to ult away. It just gets blocked by a tank. Galio?
He's away though.
He is fine. Focus on clearing the mid wave. A lot of vision control up here in the top river, actually. As Poke looking to try to land here from the side of Gen.G. It's essentially Duro just playing frontline and allowing Ruler and Canyon to just poke him down. I mean, look at Jiru. The arrow's going to hit, but yeah, you get his cleanse. Follow up here from the side of Gen.G. Thinking about a fight. Duro going in. The follow-up is very slow. The True Shot Barrage is huge damage, but Duro should be traded back. No, the heal comes through, and he will survive for a little bit longer. As TP's now being called in from both sides. Jiwoo just too low to really do anything, though. Has to back away, has no mana. And everybody's a bit injured. But now Gen.G maybe just able to run over and take a free Drake. Yeah. I mean, unless Keen just doesn't check it. And it's going to take a really long time.
He's going to push that wave, though. He will be seen.
Yeah, he's going to see it. Maybe you can chain something here onto Keen, but Keen's going in, actually, trying to keep him in the Otacon circle. That's not going to work. They get a kill onto him.
Guys, you can't do this. It does so much damage. This is so risky. Just back up, back up, back up.
Yeah, now that they're coming up, you got to back off of it.
You got to back away. G was in such trouble here.
Yeah, he does have his flash. Might have to burn it, but Gen.G not fully committing to the fight themselves as well, so...
Yeah, I think them being down a member, even with King and Fisher being low, they're like tentatively approaching it. They're happy to force them off. They're like, okay, Keen died. We stopped them doing Adakan. Where this game's been a lot closer than we anticipated. Oh, TP's coming in.
Yeah, we're maybe going for a fight, but Kingen and the rest of Nongsim are like, okay, bring it. You want to fight? Let's go. As Keen, once again, not really able to do much. Chovy is already low. Tovi's going in as Keen is going out, but will return with the Galio. Oh, knocks up 2, and now Ruler's got an angle here on a Jiwoo, and that is a big deal. Jiwoo's going to go down already as Ruler is unchained. He's able to do anything he wants. And meanwhile, we got this fight in the top side, though. Fisher able to light it up the huge Yone, but it doesn't matter as Ruler just able to do enough damage to take him down. That was getting very dicey, but Ruler and Canyon able to survive and gonna start this one up. Gideon around.
Yeah, no, I mean, they're taking so much damage. Do not get hit by... Okay. yeah.
Just walk in a straight line behind it.
That's enough. That spear alone is enough to kind of ward you away. I think the sad thing about this passage of play is that I genuinely think Nongshim would have won that fight if Gideon had been there.
Con buff on everyone, so yeah, all 5 members, they call up Chovy and they say, okay, bring it.
This is so risky though, because if they reset, you know, Nongshim can just take the Baron, but they need to make things happen quickly.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to just take it down. Nongshim are not calling the bluff just yet. The arrow hits the Leona, as in goes the Stealer! There it is, Gideon, the perfect timing! And Gen.G just hand over the buff to the side of Nongshim. Gen.G trying to get a bit more, but already one withdrawal as well. They'll get a kill onto Gideon, but that's it.
Hero play, hero play.
Gideon. And you die, you get a kill on top of the Baron?
Yeah, and especially with the Adakan buff, you know, even though they didn't get like a ton of, like they didn't get all the gold you can collect from killing the Gen.G members with the buff.
He doesn't have Baron either, so obviously he has to be here for the fight, but yeah, he gets that huge wave into the mid turret anyway.
Oh, I love this setup though. Nongshim kind of threatening this pincer. Oh, going in.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to get a taunt onto Gideon, but you've already overextended into the pit. The rest of Gen.G not looking to follow up on this one as Keen is very low. It gets stolen down by Canyon. And now we got Chaos here in the pit. Fisher not in a great spot. He's being focused down, and so is Jiwoo. They do get the 1 kill, but now Ruler being bullied by the Rumble. Kingen going in and will take out Ruler. And now he's thinking about taking this fight against Canyon and Chovy, but I don't know about this one, as maybe has overextended. Big shield though, and he is tankier than you'd imagine, but not enough.
His spaces keep hitting, you know? And Gen.G also get the dragon off the back of that, so they end up coming out ahead. Taunt, like, I will eat everything. And then ultimately went down at the end because he had no way of getting away. Crazy the amount of damage that both Kingen and Canyon did. We often think of Nidalee as like get damage, but he's constantly being threatened.
He doesn't have flash, so he's just gonna get bullied here by a lot of members. Eats a giant spear to the face, just no vision on the right side. Ju just dies for free, and now Lehens might have to pay the price as well. He goes in, tries to save his younger brother. He will be taken down, and we got Baron in 20 seconds.
Yeah, that Baron is just a miss, and I think with 2 members down, not realistic that Gideon's gonna be able to make it in to steal it. And also a more important role, if I gotta be honest, as the AD carry. And the takeaway from this is Gen.G already have a 4,000 gold lead.
I mean, he doesn't have flash now. Already took a loss, and they're setting up a nice gank rush here. I say nice, maybe the opposite of nice. Here is Lehens is going to get locked down and might just die here for their sins as the follow-up comes in, and Nongshim are just kind of falling apart as the engage goes in. Fisher finally shows up, and Jiu is alive, but it is a 5v3 as they're just able to peel here for Fisher and take him down. So 3 essentially free kills for Gen.G, and they're going to get the Mountain Soul.
Yep, not much you can do with that. I think they were kind of looking for like that little bit of pressure onto Duro, maybe try and force something. But it's kind of that thing we talked about earlier where like, okay, now the Leona has Celestial opposition, Merc Treads lock it, and they kind of realize that, okay, we can't burst this Leona. Let's do a little bit of poke, let's back away. But the end result is you're just locked into a situation you can't escape from, and now Gen.G looking to end the game.
I mean, they still have Baron for a minute 30. So 2 members down here on the side of NomeSim. You don't really have any defense at all. And you're going up against Mountain Soul Gen.G. Instead of, you know, going all in on the Nexus turret, they look to take the bottom.
Those are big budget picks and Fearless. They're going to be gone for the rest of the series, so doesn't feel good. And this is their side selection game on blue side. So not a good feeling to be on the losing end of this one. There's still some hope, but it is definitely dwindling for now. Gen.G just applying the pressure. No Baron available yet, but still just able to walk up. And with the Bloodthirster from Ruler, with the Mountain Shield, tanking the tower a little bit to get some damage down.
Ruler just gets to do whatever he wants. He's got an engaged support, and he's got a healing support. Enchanter from the jungle, and they've got a massive front line now. I mean, so much engage as well, and nobody is dying here. I say that immediately Duro dies. They do have to follow up here on the engage, finally, from the side of Ruler, as Gio kind of left in no man's land. He does have the Zhonya's, so he'll survive for a bit longer. Ruler getting a bit low, but not quite low enough. Maybe just enough to get her hopes up, but not able to finish off Jiwoo. The turret should go down as Toby's got a haymaker, will stay alive as the Braum falls, the Ashe falls, and the Rumble falls, and so will the Nexus. Gen.G picks them apart in the last 10 minutes of that game 1.
Definitely favored towards Gen.G, I would say. I think they've been given some great dive tools here. It's going to be very hard for Jiwoo to ult. I also think the thing with Mel is he's really good at like blocking like limited engage. Well, the thing is, if we're judging players by flashes per minute, he's winning so far.
He is, yes, unfortunately. And now, just gonna engage here on a Duro. Still gets hooked, and Duro, last second, is gonna flash, but that leaves him open for a first blood, given over to Jiwoo.
Straight to the grubs afterwards. And presumably there's not gonna be enough time for Gen.G to swap back and contest the grubs. But I think Gen.G are pretty fine with how things have panned out. You know, they get some farm for Ruler uncontested, and Blahen CCs them. You get the guaranteed ult. You know Duro has no flash. I think that was just 100% a kill if he just waited. So rare misplay from Kingen, who has been pretty solid for NomeSim so far in the LCK Cup.
Yeah. I mean, if he hit it though, we would have been like, oh, sick play. Unfortunately,
just hit.
In hindsight, not feeling too good about that one. Level 6 is Keen, and Gio's a level 5 MF with no flash, no mana. And he does have a barrier.
Why?
He uses it and then dies anyway.
Yeah, I had no idea why you would bury it in that situation.
Now, Gen.G are down almost 2,000 gold here, but they're still going to fight big time over these grubs. And they get the first one. They don't want to give a second one over to Gideon, but now an angle here as they go to that back line. They engage onto Fisher there, but they do just flash away as the bullet time is decent, but not enough damage to take out Keen just yet. They finally take him down, and down will go the Sejuani as well. But Fisher full health, Jiwoo full health, and they're on the chase now. The Q gonna bounce as well, and finally a hook will land here from Lahen's. A couple of kills lined up from the side of NomeSim, and Ruler just gonna run away injured. And you threw all of your damage into Sejuani. So, and you're down gold. So that's just not a recipe for success for Gen.G in that fight. So now NomeSim, they're going to take the second dragon. They have 4 grubs. It is a Ocean Soul.
Oh,
and
man.
It's going to land, and it keeps him nearby for the Ambassador. Ruler is just so dead. Doesn't even bother to use his flash.
I take back everything I said. Everything I said about Lahen's judge lines. That one was sick. He's redeemed himself. Now Keen's in trouble.
Yeah, he has to flash. And now we got a fight in the top lane as well. Duro just forced to ult. Kingen away.
We were wrong, okay? Ambassador first pick for Kingen, justified, right? Lahen's Nautilus, clean. Okay, yeah. We ignore the first couple of dredge lines. He was calibrating, right?
To be said, I think that Lahen's, he does hit a couple of good hooks. Sometimes you're playing a hook champion, as you mentioned, everything goes wide, and then sometimes you're just locked in. Maybe the next 5 hooks go wide, but then...
It's good to see. And now NomeSim, they have the feats of strength. They're about to pick up Herald, 3,000 gold ahead. They have a sizable lead in this game. It's really significant. Like, you think how back and forth game 1 was. NomeSim are in a very comfortable spot right now.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they should be very happy. I think the one thing they might not be too happy about is the Ocean Soul.
I think it's one of those things where, like,
not again, Jiwoo. At least he has his flash this time. Does he get away is the question, as there comes the bullet time, but it's just desperation. 5 members of Gen.G right next to him to punish G once again.
The emphasis on G being aware when he needs backup to step up and... Oh no, not again.
Yeah, well, this is a level 12 Mbessa trying to go 1v2. Not quite as strong this time around. Canyon, the massive dash on in, and will continue the fight. Gets the knock up. There's the Q from Kane. And that's a kill. They take down and get a big shutdown. But meanwhile, we got NomeSim with a big push in mid. They're going to take down an inner and even go for a little drive. Will Lehens.
Wait, I think he can...
Ruler. Ju over Ruler, but now it's only 500 gold. Also the top lane cut down about 200 gold.
Yep.
The lead, so just little bits here and there. Gen.G's still a strong team. I think they've shown a lot of weakness so far in this game, and NomeSim have shown why. A lot of people are giving them credit and giving them wins in their predictions.
Someone who has his view on the game and he'll experiment with things.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And he went Aftershock this time as well, as now Kingin not going to be able to get away from this one. Tries to turn it around, but I think against the two of them you're going to struggle. He is buying a lot of time though, as in comes the bullet time, but that is a Xin Zhao. It only hits the Xin Zhao ultimate, and now your teammates are getting baited in. Lehen's going to go down, and now a chance for Gen.G to just take Otacon down. 3,000 gold? Maybe not.
I will say, it's a 20-minute Otacon. It's super risky, and Fisher is still there. If you take the debuff from this Otacon...
No bullet time.
Oh, I think they're looking for a TP flank angle from Keen.
Yeah. Let's see what that looks like.
Fisher, I feel.
Yeah, it's almost like a bait more than anything else. Very deep TP comes in as Canyon is just going to be popped like a balloon. Down it goes, and now the turn comes in, but maybe it's a little bit too late. The double kill from the Mel. And we see the power of the new champion, but still, it's another one that goes the way of Gen.G. Chovy, able to pick that up and get a big shutdown himself. As here's Gideon, very tanky, and he gets fight. He has smite, and Gen.G do not. And that is just a free Otacon to the side of NomeSim. You know, free 200 gold over to the Gen.G members, but man, he just gave a big buff over to NomeSim.
Second game in a row that he's clutched with the smites. He might be in trouble.
Yeah, you can't hook shot away from that, but you can buffer it. There's no tower here. Chovy coming on over. He says, all right, see you later, buddy. And eventually, Keen, will he go down here? Yes, he will.
Yeah, Lehens, I said he calibrated. He purposely missed that so he wouldn't steal the kill. Yeah.
For sure.
For sure. Keen is on the flank, so they need to really be careful.
And there's only 4 here. Kingen does get his TP back, and Gen.G will just respect it.
Oh, the rebound on the Void Seeker? Anyone?
Well, if you hit someone, could have been nice, but, and ults, that's Gideon. He's down, and now you got a 5v4, and Kingen is late to the party. Jiwoo going to go pretty low, finally taken down, and that is a bunch of extra gold just given over to the side of Gen.G. And yes, it's just withdrawals, but Gen.G at least able to capitalize here towards the end of the push. And we got more fighting. Duro's dead. Keen, hook shot down, no flash. He's dead.
Man.
That is a very nice hook. Okay.
I told you he was locked in. He was calibrated.
Recalibrated, okay.
He's just...
2 free kills. Sports here in the LCK. It's spreading for some reason. We got a deep TP coming in here right now from Keen. That's the ult drop. They want to try to get Fisher. There's the flash.
Oh, man.
And the knock out of the wall. Fisher, he's just a fish out of water. Down he goes, and now Keen in the back line. He's alone. He's trying to delay for the rest of the team to come over, but Canyon's like, no, I'm not going in there. They don't have Ruler. As when will he pull the trigger? There he goes! They find the backline, they find Jiwoo! And Gen.G turn the fight around. As Kingen and Gideon, yes, they're strong, but maybe not good enough to go up against 4 members of Gen.G. Is now Kingen gonna get hook shot. There's the stun with the steadfast presence. Duro, he was also calibrating, just waiting for his moment. And NomeSim this time, they're the ones caught out.
I don't think he's there in time.
No. Okay, they're even gonna, they're gonna play it even safer. Just
TP's coming in. Fisher actually has ult as well.
Just recall, you gotta get out of there. Fisher might be able to take down Chovy and Keen here. Keen is dead.
He's
for
already
sure.
gone.
But Chovy is on Fisher. He's even gonna flash
the
here.
rebound.
The rebounds get rebutted. And down he goes. It's not really well, I say that there is Ocean Drake in 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's not that long of a cooldown though.
This time Duro soaking up a lot of pressure, but might be soaking up a death as well. That should be Ocean Soul over to NomeSim unless Gen.G have an angle. Keen, level 16, they spot him though.
Yeah, so they been the Sejuani ult, they been the Ambassador ult. Those are pretty big cooldowns, but They have time. Oh, now he's...
All right. I mean, they saw him in mid. He had no idea that he was spotted on this big flank that he was going for, but that should just be a death on the Camille as well, as this is one of the messier games we've had.
I think just go for the dragon.
Instead, opening up an angle here for Ruler to try to go 1v5. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Not with King in his face, but he's being kited out. That gigantic W just going to one-shot him, but there's the hook coming in. But it's just the front line for Ruler, but it's just not enough of a front line. Maybe another W going to land here on a Jiwoo, but the Ruler magic will be extinguished. And now Gnomeshim get Ocean Soul.
Playing a dangerous game there. I won't lie, I held my breath through that entire passage of play. It did work out, but not the most measured engage I've seen. Measured fight. I think Gnomeshim get the soul.
I think that was almost like a demonstration where Ruler's like, yeah, I'm pretty fed at this point in time. And we have Arm Guard once again for Jiwoo, this time in I'd say a better spot where he's not like really far behind and like trying desperately to use it against like Nidalee Ezreal, right?
Oh, we've seen this before.
This is a massive dive, and it's 2 teleports coming in. They spot it, though.
Fisher does have Zhonya's this time.
Yeah, Fisher's got it. Jiwoo's got it as well. Duro's just dead. And now the TP's going to come in, and Gen.G say, you know what? We're really comfortable with 4v5s. Ruler just going to avoid the damage. In goes Canyon and Toby in that backline. Fisher goes down, but Canyon is traded. The AD carry battle. Ruler versus Jiwoo. He's got Keen in the front line as well, but now Ruler's isolated on the backside, and he will be taken down. And there's nowhere for Keen to go. Not with Lahans respawning and coming on over. And just, well, I say that. He is actually going to get away. So big hook shot over the wall. He gets away for now. Kingen still on the chase here. They desperately want to take him down, but it's not going to happen.
Dead. Jiwoo bins. Oh, we don't get more.
What is happening in this game, man? He's going to go and biz. He's going the opposite way. He lives. He flushes. He's out. And now maybe Duro and his buddy Keen here will have to pay the price. They say he's out. Bit of damage coming out from Fisher, who's trying to get away from Canyon. Canyon flashing in, looking for the kill. And down will go Keen. Canyon able to trade one back, but you'd imagine that eventually he goes down as well. As W's coming in, and he goes into his GA, and Canyon eventually dies right before the Baron spawn.
I'm going to be honest, we've seen consecutively on screen probably a good 40 seconds of Gideon and Kingen fighting. I have yet to see the health bars drop below full. They are just not, they are not taking damage at all. Lahens, his health bar goes down, it goes back up again. Gideon and Kingen are just not taking...
I mean, they don't have Smite.
No, they don't.
But what if they knocked away Gideon? Unfortunately, there's vision, and it's not going to matter. They're not going to send it. So, Baron now for Gnomeshim had an arm guard in the last fight. So, he just elects to say, okay, we're just going to go for the full item this time. Yeah, there you go. Mbessa ult into the Nautilus, but there is a massive knockback from Duro. They're all trying to get away, and you're not getting away from Mel. Doesn't matter the distance.
I think it's very hard to lose the game from this point, especially the double Zhonya's combo. It's like an extra 5 seconds of time for Kingen to kill everyone.
And at the end of the day, you have your big carry on a big carry champion, and he's able to carry your team.
I also think like Ocean Soul, obviously not the strongest soul, but on an Mbessa, and particularly like he went the Spirit Visage Death Stance, which, I mean, they're not uncommon items on Mbessa, but they sync so well with it.
Yeah.
And now the Elder with Mel, super scary, if I gotta be honest.
The rebuttal. Hit on a Duro, look at his health.
That was a zoning dredge line.
Yeah.
Remember, he's calibrated.
Zoning Sejuani ult as well. And Duro zoning, trying to engage here on a...
Look at his health!
His health! It's falling a little bit. I saw it go down.
Okay, now it's going down.
Oh, okay. Keen with the kill. And doesn't quite matter because Duro going to get smote out of the sky by the Mel. They got to get some health here and try to go for some kind of desperate engage. They're still going up against Elder Dragon for a minute plus as they go to the back line looking for Fisher, but he's going to live for so long. As Ruler not finding the angle just yet, as he is fighting against 2 tanks, and now, though, Canyon and Toby able to get Fisher. There's not a lot of damage left here for Gnomeshim. Can they end the game is the question. It's absolutely no. As Gideon, very tanky.
Have no damage.
And he doesn't do any damage. So now, Gnomeshim, everybody dies with their Elder buff. They're not going to have Elder buff anymore. And the game is reset a little bit. You know, a couple of inhibitors are down. Nexus turrets, though, those respawn now.
Just come in, though. You need vision.
That's the Sejuani gone. Sejuani just out, and that's why the Poppy priority should be through the roof. And it was for Gen.G. And finally, Duro has shown up. And we got Baron here that will exist until Elder spawns. And, I mean, there's absolutely a chance now for Gen.G to take this game as Duro, he's in a rough spot. He doesn't have flash, and they're just going to leave him as he gets caught out yet again. The mid-jungle duo. And now, just going to miss the hook on a King.
It's too late in the game to be calibrating now, Lahen.
In goes King, though. He's like, bring it, man. I want to go for the fight. As the Sejuani gets knocked in the air and doesn't go anywhere. Ju lives, but Sejuani falls, and Ju gets popped like a balloon. Gen.G, they're actually doing it. It's a free ace for them, and they look to push mid and potentially end this game.
And the game's just over like that. Nongshim trying to look for a pick. They don't set up vision. They don't defend the flanks. They get collapsed on Canyon once the Elder. I don't think you need it, buddy, but he'll take it regardless.
Well, they don't need him for the push, so you might as well.
And Gen.G, despite everything, managing to push this to a 2-0. Heartbreaker for Nongshim, but Gen.G clutched it in the end.
They made so many mistakes in this game, but you know what? They clutched it. So they made it hard for themselves. They're able to fight back, and Nongshim aren't able to shut the door in their face. We've said it so many times. Atlas has raised this point so many times. He is not an awesome dude player. Even in the awesome dude meta, we called them awesome dudes because it's AD, right? When nobody was playing actual AD carries.
And he just outranges you. He can just poke you down.
Yeah.
So
also, I'm pretty sure the satchel interrupts the ult.
it does, yeah.
Yeah. So that's also another thing. If Ruler has an angle and they can't get through a choke, he might just be able to throw it forward.
But if Ruler's not confident in the matchup, you will start to just lose pressure on the map.
Yeah. And that they are a bit, you know, Nongshim just kind of straight up through lane leads, through jungle, farm of objectives, and otherwise have just opened up about 1,000 gold to lead. A bit less, I suppose.
That's Flash.
Flash comes out. It's here by Nongshim. You have to go through a Renata.
Something to note, Chovy has TP, Kingen doesn't. So this could be a 5v4. Kingen needs to keep him in vision.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a fight coming through. That's the Renata Glass Skull. Tons of value there. But Keen's on the flank here. Gideon gonna get stunned down, and now the Ziggs ult over the top. But trading it back. Oh, we have the revive there going the way, and the sleep comes through as well. And now we got an excited Jinx. A massive team fight here for the side of Nongshim. As Canyon trying to get out of this one, but Lance keeps him in vision. And I think eventually he will be going down as a kill, perhaps. Ooh, a little dodge, but it still goes to Gideon. Not enough time for the execute. Massive fight here for Nongshim.
To happen, so no, I don't think it's bad that they expended those resources. They will end up taking down the tower, but just something to have in mind for those later fights.
Yeah, and it's great because Gen.G, in order to win, they need to run into Nongshim.
A dive-focused composition, and they are looking for it right now.
Yeah, no Renata ults. There's the dodge on the handshake. Very nice. The exhaust comes in, not doing a whole lot of damage. Just Chovy. Lahens gets away, and now the Valkyrie over the top, and here's Lilia. Gideon going for the sleep, and Chovy's just dead. And Ruler, the fish out of water, he's like, wait, I guess I'll satchel out of here. At least he does that, but I don't think he's getting out of the fight at all. It's 2 kills over to Nongshim. And Jiwoo, he wants more. Oh, the dodge on the zap is big.
Did he skill up his Celestial opposition as that happened? I want to see the replay, because or did it just come out and you stealed away?
We got in live Nivea King in here in a bit of trouble, but Canyon actually in more, as once again they're going way too deep for this, and that will be punished immediately. Nongshim, surely from this position. So when you engage Renata, you have to ult in the right direction. That's part of the combo for
I was about to say fast, because again it's a slow ult, and did kind of just... But why does it look like there's a laser pointer on the screen? Do you see that?
Where? Oh wait, yeah, wait, it's there.
Yeah.
What is that?
I feel like a cat right now. Like I see a little...
I can't not look at it now. What is that? It's just there on the right.
Where's it going?
Somebody's actually trolling us. It's on all monitors, though.
There's no Yumi in this game to chase after it.
I don't know. It's just kind of hanging out there with us. It's a Firefly.
It'll be even funny if it's only on our monitors and it's not on the broadcast, and people are like, what's going on?
Casters have lost their mind.
Wait, there it is!
It's below the UI. We're safe for now.
Okay.
Fisher,
no.
not very safe, and Flash even committed to rather, to make sure, but Fisher just Valkyries away. You got Rakan following this one up as well, and finally they take him out. That's a lot of gold, big shutdown.
I mean, it's weird, but it's a lot committed to make that happen. 2 flashes, a lot of... Oh.
How about an Anivia? I don't know if they kill him.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
Well, they stun the ult down. Chovy is tanking up quite a lot, but he gets walled in and just commits to it.
Guys, I don't think you kill the egg in time.
Okay, they're gonna kill the egg, but they're all dying instead. Mikhail's, and now maybe Duro just dies here to Gideon, who is very fast. Even a TP away. And yeah, Duro can't get away. So they got a couple of kills, but they paid for it with 3 kills, which is more.
Okay, so the kill on Corki was fine. You expended a lot, but you got a big shutdown, right?
Yeah. All right, are we just diving Anivia? She doesn't have her ult, or egg rather, anymore. No ult on the ground until just now, and this time, okay,
yeah,
you did it.
The passive makes a big difference. It would be really unfortunate if there was some neutral objective that spawned in the top side.
Well, they can get a Chemtech Drake instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least I think the thing to be said is that there's nothing up to do with Yadakan, right?
Well, Fisher's...
What? I mean,
he's just hanging out.
He's just... I mean,
he's like, hey, what's up, guys?
He's stopping the resets.
Yeah?
And they don't really want to commit the time to kill him. I mean, Keen can defend this tower.
Yeah, I mean...
Can he?
Yeah, he
yes,
can.
yes, he has the wood hop too.
Is he okay? He's gonna get tamed on. Chovy, exhaust, Renata ults, in comes Keen. It's not clean, but maybe it works. The bailout comes out, and Jiwoo is just gonna get taken down. 200 gold, like Nongshim is. Perhaps you just wait for Baron to be up. As I say that, Chovy, he's got Renata Glass ult. He's gonna use it as Fisher starts hitting his own minions. Here's Keen now to try to finish the job, and the Counter-Strike is dodged. Down goes the turret, and down will go 200 gold over to Keen.
I think, honestly, it's better for Nongshim that that tower dies. And ultimately, they didn't make anything happen. Apart from they gave 400 gold over, so...
Yeah.
But they'll get a tower here, and they're still ahead, and their composition still does very well into what Gen.G has. So, you know, I'm not trying to be too doom and gloom.
Ward, but they're getting a couple over.
Yeah, it's regular deep wards.
Yeah,
you know?
They're just sending a bunch to try to keep a vision. Keen has to flash away, but they stop the Baron.
I think all in all, oh, they actually Chovy TP'd as well. I was going to say Flash to stop Baron is fine, but the Chovy TP as well hits.
They're going pretty deep for this one. The sleep is only onto the Ziggs, but it might be worth it. Ruler does get out, though, and Gideon, oh, the timing on the stage is very nice. Nearly punished, but is able to survive. Ruler too low for them to do much of anything, and now they're going to turn their sights on the Baron.
A little risky with the health bars on Nongshim, but a lot of ults have been burned from Gen.G, so they definitely want to bait here.
Yeah. Not going to go for it. You got a handshake on one side. You got Keen a bit low on the other. They're going to get another flash.
Burning a lot of sums here. Some good play. And you look at Nongshim, like they haven't burned any summoners apart from King and his TP in this passage of play. They're feeling more and more confident now with Canyon low. But Keen has TP. He has ult as well. He's TPing in.
Yeah, he's coming on in. Ruler just going to stop that ult, and now Kingen might go down to an A. Canyon, but there's the flight coming in from Keen, and that's really the key. But the exhaust comes in, and the damage is insane. And Jiwoo stays alive until Chovy does get in there and take him out. But look at this fight. Ruler not able to do anything except fight up against a bird and just get over the wall.
Wall here, get the reset.
We're fighting again. And this is against the Ziggs. Ruler, though, he's just going to get blast coned away. Could drop an ult, but there it is. I thought maybe he wouldn't even bother, but does drop it. Not going to get it away from Gideon.
Yeah, move out on the map. And the thing is, with Nongshim with Baron is so hard to deal with because Gen.G, they have the Ziggs wave clear, but Ziggs struggles to wave clear against the Baron of minions, and everyone else is melee.
I didn't.
I have the courage to say it now. Even with what we've seen today, I think Nongshim have this one in the back. Surely, right?
Yes. I agree. I do agree.
Now you're in for it too.
Yeah, I kind of have to. Fisher, bit of trouble. They've been doing this all game, just trying to shut down the Corki and trying to find the angles. They get the flash out of him, but it's Corki.
I think they should just forget Butland exists, honestly, for Nongshim. It feels like it's that pain point on the map.
Toby's very good at baiting Renata glass skulls.
Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, it's hard to see if you're not focusing, but he did a very slight sidestep, microscopic.
Down. If you want to fight right now. Yeah, last wave coming in. Should be able to do a bit of damage to this one. Ult on top of Keen. And yeah, they're just going to push them away. Fisher has that angle, and Kenya now has to flash away. This Anivia has just done so much work into all these melee champions.
They play it patient, and it works, but now GP flank coming in. This could be a comeback moment.
Well, he's going very deep for that. And yeah, here comes Keen. Fisher takes a little bit of damage, gonna dodge the Q, and he gets the stun onto 2! The follow-up here, Duro trying to land some of those charms on in there, but they just don't have the damage. They can't dive into this. As the rocket gonna hit into Keen, nearly going down on that one. Canyon looking for his angle, but he's gonna be exhausted as well. They do take out Gideon, and maybe a chance here, but with the Nexus turrets going down. Little respawn here from Toby, though. Maybe an angle? Not again, Nongshim, not again,
no,
please.
No!
Not like this!
No, Nongshim!
They can't keep getting away with it! Don't let them spawn the Nexus turrets again!
Oh, no! And they're going for the back door? Look, they're going!
It's really? Is this possible?
Guys, what is going on?
Team has Zonya's. Gideon is getting low. Not like this. Okay, they've taken out the Jax.
Killed him.
Canyon's holding the wave. Canyon.
They don't need a wave yet. There's no towers.
There are no towers for now. Ruler jetting pretty low as well, and maybe, I think they've done it. Jovi, though, on the back line, they get the Jinx for now, and the reset, it finally does come out.
Fisher's doing it!
They finally do it! Fisher's getting in there! And yeah, they get a couple of kills. I think finally we can say that Nongshim can end the game, and they can take a win. They will just get this one for now, and we'll see if they can continue.
Yeah, this is the thing, when you start to predict jungle picks this late and Fearless, it just really comes down to what the jungler plays. Like, going for the bounce house combo, some of my concerns, this is a composition that kind of lacks damage.
Hold that thought as we have a bit of a fight here. Pulled through the wall, but this is Keen with Grasp. Gets a very nice knockback, and that's going to save him here. Oh, the flash forward and knocks in Duro. Down he goes. First blood over to Jiu, just like that. Lahens, he puts Duro right back in his seat.
Great play from Lahens to set up there, and I love the synergy between Jiu and Lahens. Feels like the duo's been developing that a little bit now. Grubs will go over to Gen.G. Ruler still has prio there, but I can see Nongshim moving over towards the Dragon. Duro was looking for another Ignite. It's not actually up, never mind. Unfortunate. I was thinking he was going for another one.
Yeah, he wanted to get his stats on cooldown about that.
Yeah.
Zach, I wanted to talk about it before. It's really good into these immobile carries, and this Victor really, really struggling. Finally gets an ability to press his flash, and he does. I'm not sure why he does, but at least he will get the follow-up flash out of Fisher. Meanwhile, we get a 1v1 here. Keen getting quite low, as maybe it was all just a bait for the Nocturne to come in. Can even be good for peeling against the Nocturne if he's in that position. He probably won't be. Speaking of which, Nocturne trying to go in, as there you go. The bouncy caster peeling for your Orianna. It's not going to work out very well, and there you go. The stun comes in for the Victor. This time pulling the Zac in is the Rel, but only able to get the one kill this time.
Potentially. Remember, Chovy has no mana right now. No mana, no ult.
He's just going for the kill. He's just like going in there. He's looking for Canyon. There's the TP. And so Nongshim kind of painfully, but they do at least pick up 2 grubs. But Gen.G got 4, so.
Yeah, but they stopped the extra point for the Fear Strength. They stopped the 6. I think it's pretty positive considering how the play started. Drag you off the target, and once that Fear tether's broken, you're in no man's land.
That's why I like the Gen.G draft. They started with the Jace, and then they ended up with Nocturne Jhin, and it's like you've got a decent amount of poke, and you have a lot of pick potential, dive potential with the Nocturne, but
probably for the best. But yeah, you can see Nongshim kind of threatening, but not wanting to overcook, unless...
just going in. Here's the bounce castle once again. Stretching strikes. utilized, but the follow-up is very slow, but there's the Chains of Corruption, and there you go.
Okay.
I was on the Duro.
I saw Rula coming down with ult, and I was like, is this too much? But no, they managed to get it.
Don't do it. It's not a good idea. They do want this first turret, though. And with King getting low, even with Lahens here, they can at least siege the turret.
Oh.
Jiwoo, threatening.
I think he can win.
Oh, I don't know. No.
Caught the way
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And that's going to deny the feats of strength from Nongshim.
Yeah, it's close, but doesn't manage to get it. And now it's going to come down to the neutral objectives, which they're both even on at 1 apiece.
Downstairs. Poor Jin, man.
Poor Jin.
I mean, you're not able to really shoot through this front line, though. That's really for sure. I'm not sure how he's going to deal damage to the back line either. We have a TP coming in as Zach, very fed. The Paranoia is going to break up this fight as the Cassante has to tank up a punch. But I love the angle here on a ruler. Gets into a really rough spot, but the engage from Duro is quite nice. But yeah, look, trying to hit the back line. They're not quite able to do so. And down will go Duro. You see that Lahens and Jiwoo quite low themselves, but Kingin and Gideon still alive and thriving. They stay alive for so long. Nobody can kill these tanks. They both get stunned somehow.
Oh,
Toby, he is going to flash away from the cube, but it's still going to give a shutdown over to Fisher. Was it really worth it in the end? As yes, he did get the kill, but here comes Nongshim on the chase, looking for more.
Oh, the Jin!
Yeah. What do you do as Jin into Zach?
He's run out of bullets!
You die!
He's fumbling them! And Nongshim...
He's starting to cry!
They just can't cut through this front line yet. If ever.
I mean, the Zach, it was just kind of unkillable. As now Rel ult's going to be used onto an ulting Alistair.
Yeah, he was like 2 seconds on his ult at the start of that play. And I think maybe they thought it was still not available.
Oh, contextual.
It just came up. And it just not kill him.
Down to 27% HP.
27.8. Let's be clear, you know. I mean, I think Mountain Soul would be even more insane for this comp. But you know, I digress. It's a good Chemtech angle. Cassante gonna love that one. Oh, ult comes in. There's a Giga Cone.
Yeah. And I mean, they're gonna go together. There's
another
Giga Cone. Can he get the angle?
Wait, he's in the tower! Oh my god! Oh my god, he got Giga Cone!
All right, end the game. We're done. Go next.
Oh my lord!
Go next. It's over.
You know what, Brendan? I finally found someone who hates Mega Blast Cones more than you, and it is Canyon right now.
Today.
Oh my god, that's such a tilter. Nongshim are looking great.
Yeah, I mean, I said it as a joke, but I think the game might actually just be over.
It seems 2-item Blader and King Rage Blade Varus shredding this.
Yeah, I mean, they were never going to be able to approach this. So the TP's a bit wasted.
Oh, and they certainly are a composition that will die. My only concern is, can they even die?
Well, I guess we'll find out. It's a big Rel ultimate to come in, but the damage not quite there. Finally, beginning to land just a bit. Gideon goes into his passive for the first time, as it looks like, in fact, Gen.G will get a decent amount of value from these Otacon resets, as in goes King in, the knockback once again. Fantastic and crisp. Fisher, no! Don't do it. He is going to pull the Jin over once again, as they're doing negative damage to Kingin, as Kingin assassinating the Jin, trying to at least. He does eventually get withdrawn. And so he'll be getting that mortal reminder any second.
Yeah.
But is it enough? I do think that Nongshim did not have to give over 1,000 gold to Gen.G. That wasn't very clean.
Look, I'm gonna be honest, Brendan. If we're gonna make a list of things Nongshim didn't need to do in this series, we could fill a book. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things they didn't need to do.
Is that one even top 5? Probably not. Yeah.
Nah, never mind. I was thinking like,
no, I don't
like
think
at least you can poke, but they're just gonna jump on you, so it doesn't work.
Oh, Jin value? Actually rooting him, and now the follow-up comes in. The Cats here onto the Orianna will be huge. As long as they get it, looks like they will.
There's the Jace value. Okay, guys, you gonna look towards Baron, probably. Chemtech Soul, we can't let them get it.
They're just so out of position here. Gen.G, you gotta get in, but you can't.
Too late.
Not gonna happen. Lahens might have to pay for it, but no, he doesn't even seem like he will. They want to punish, and Lahens will give his life for it. But one Zach shot onto Zach is not enough as Jiwoo trying to turn this one around. They keep Nongshim around. And now Gen.G trying to force them into a fight, but Duro gets bounced out, so a huge amount of damage comes out. The Shockwave catches the back line, and now you've got Fisher and Gideon right on top of both of them. Gen.G just reeking of desperation here, trying to get over and punish. And they are the ones that get punished for this fight. And they're still chasing Chovy here. I mean, it's Mega Cone
the
Zach.
TP flank?
It's Mega Cone Zach. He didn't even need the TP. And there you go, it's Ace.
They clean up, they get the Baron. Just can't do anything. And now they're gonna get Chemtech Soul. If you thought it was hard to kill them before,
yeah,
it just got a lot harder. The rapid fire.
Yes.
Guys, Kingen is not taking much damage right now. And he's not even below half HP.
Yeah, I mean, Chovy doesn't do damage to him. King doesn't do damage to him. Ruler doesn't do damage to him. And it's not just him, it's Gideon too. And there you go. I'm not sure about that one. Nice Sonya's, I guess. And the follow-up, pretty big, although Nongshim are going very deep for this one. And eventually, we talked about this, eventually you can kill them, although Duro is going to be traded out.
Oh my god, that's a big ult.
Yeah. You can see the health bars are very slowly beginning to fall. Okay, Kingen says we can win. We're still going. We're still sieging.
That one that threaded the needle on Jiwoo made me very nervous. He should not be tanking Jin ults, but it feels like Gen.G have to do so much work to kill just the Alistar.
It took them forever.
It took them so long.
But they did it.
The Baron, but it looks like the Baron's going to go down. Elder's still in a minute.
Well, they're getting in there, but there's the knockup on a Chovy. Follow-up knockup. The bouncy house is beginning. In goes the Zac, and Chovy doesn't have flash anymore. Down will go Keen. I think this is just the nail in the coffin. Ruler.
Look at Jin!
He's fumbling the bullets. He's tripped over his own feet.
He's trying to reload. Look at the damage.
Oh, no. He nearly maybe chipped away at the shield.
Wait, Canyon, don't die to the Krugs. He has to defend the base. Recall Canyon. You can do it. Oh no!
He's dying.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no! I don't think he wins this.
No, I don't think so.
He's got his little puppy to help him. His little the disrespect auto.
We're going to game 5, and I didn't think it was possible, but the one-hit curse is stronger than mine as Nongshim will force a game 5.
Gen.G's comp is kind of disgusting. The super scaler, as in we're just gonna outvalue your team and
plus Pantheon.
Plus Pantheon.
He's there too.
And when the game gets messy, like we haven't had that many clean games, I can understand the thought process.
If they do really want to index into punishing.
Oh, Canyon could be in trouble, or is Gideon?
Who's locked in here with who? With the Yumi coming up, you think Canyon's good, but now Fisher's got Prio from mid. Big wave coming in. Now Canyon has got the Yumi on his back. Trying to get out of this one as Meganar maybe gonna come in here. That's the flash from Canyon, but the bubble has to be dodged and the Atu as well.
Oh, they got the Yumi!
And the twisted advance as well. Duro, he can't reattach. It's a double kill for Smolder. 4 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Right. You started the series 2-0. It was a scrappy one, but you were 2-0 up. You're now a game away from being reversed.
The flap on in. Fisher with another kill. And he's even going to get away from Canyon. I thought for sure he's okay. He's trading. He's denying a wave, you know. No, it's just a 3-0 double buff Smolder 5 minutes into the game, Hawks.
Another thing I said about the mounting dread, it's mounted. It's mounted. At this point, 3-0 Smolder, he's 1,000 gold up on Chovy. Basically made that, like, you had more ratios, you needed more items, you can't just rely on stacks. Which means that, like, having the gold lead is even more impactful. Like, you need gold for Smolder to be as good as he used to be, and he has gold now.
Yeah.
So it's phenomenal place to be.
We're really hearkening back to the old days, you know? Zeri Yumi, Lucian Nami, and OP as all hell Smolder.
Yeah.
String the PTA Azir, even with the Smolder as fed as he is, he still only has one item and basically no stacks.
Oh, I don't think you contest this. It's fine to let it go.
Well, they're just going to try to disengage, actually. Just throw out the maybe grasp and flash away, but they do have to expend the flash.
Here's Nongshim moving over to Dragon. They should be able to get this in time. Ruler's not there. He's kind of hunting for Jiwoo, it appears. I think it's crazy though when you factor in Fisher's like still losing these trades with the Nami assistance.
Yeah. It's just Smolder at this point doesn't really have a lot of trading power. Try not to die, try not to make mistakes, limit mistakes.
Oh, they're looking
better way. There you go, trying to get on top of Jiwoo, and in fact they will, as Nami, Lehens just kind of leaves him. He's like, okay, yeah, I can't do anything about that. And now Lehens might be in a bit of trouble himself, as the Zerial comes out and Lehens throws in the tidal wave. Not really going to do much with the slow coming in, and they give the kill over to Ruler. As meanwhile, down on the bottom side, Kingen will pick up a free kill onto Ornn with the help of Gideon.
In the lane. Doesn't have plans, obviously, not much you can do. I think Lehens as well was like, I can try and help. The flank coming in from the Zeri was brutal. And then we see this play where Keen is just very overextended. And I think this is a bit poor because if your team's making a play on the top side, really no reason for you to be this far pushed up. Everyone's moving up. Looks like it may end up being a big 5v5. Lehens in trouble?
Yeah, Lehens in a lot of trouble here. Tidal Wave comes out, as does the Nature's Grasp as Gideon. Just going to lock down Canyon for about 8 years. The Culling also going to lock him down, and the Pantheon just gets caught out. And, I mean, they have so many tools to peel, and Gen.G didn't even fully commit as well, so...
Don't stay around for the Herald, and you can definitely feel the tension. This is Game 5, this is Fearless. This is last chance to keep their hopes alive.
Got 2 items and 4 kills. So he's doing very well for himself, is Fisher.
Got the rapid fire as well. I think once Jiwoo gets his, that's really where the poke starts to become a bit obnoxious, and Nongshim can kind of play...
Take Soul again. Literally, yes. You've got Mom. I think Fisher probably wants to call it down here. There's the Ornn ults, and the Nature's Grasp as well for the turn. And yeah, Gen.G, they just can't really get in. There's the bubble on the Chovy, but he's got an arm guard and beats Gideon in. Oh, the ult and sweep! Chovy just turns the fight around just like that. And now you've got Ruler in his ult. He's looking for more. He wants 1. He gets 2. And in goes Pantheon just for a little showcase at the end, takes a picture. Meanwhile, Ornn goes down, and so does the Zeri.
So Kingen needs to outvalue the Zeri really in these fights, and it's a hard thing.
How's Canyon going to get in here? He needs to ult over the top, although they use everything up to Canyon, and now Lehens out of position. And now they kind of have to desperately take down this Otacon and somehow get away. The ult is going to hit only Kingen, and yet they get the Otacon, but now Gen.G are looking to farm them down. Canyon will hit the dust here, as now Jiwoo and Kingen just being kited out, but it's free gold going over to Gen.G. As, yeah, you got the objective, but you lost all your withdrawal.
Gen.G as well, and the gold leads about equal, and Ruler getting a lot of those kills as well.
Hanging around, hanging out, getting XP, desperately trying to hit level 14. Nature's Grasp here.
Oh, they're low.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of poke that is coming in. Mom from the sky as well, just going to push them off the turret. The TP comes in, not sure about that, but...
You know, the execute threshold's been hit, and they're feeling a lot confident around the Smolder now. They don't have direct vision.
Yeah. I mean, they get the vision from the plants.
Gideon's smite's been good this series.
They're just flipping Baron, and it's going to go the way of Gen.G. Here comes the Ornhorn right down the bowling alley there, as the Maokai not looking too tanky at this point, but the burn damage is coming in onto Keen. Nongshim thinking about taking a bit more. They've already done a bit of damage. Here comes the tidal wave, and it's going to do absolutely nothing. But here comes Fisher and Jiwoo. They look to turn, though, Gen.G right onto Jiwoo, who's just left alone. The Culling, though, keeps him alive for a very long time, but Kingen goes in after the fact. It's just a little bit too little too late. And Fisher never able to find the angle. They have the exhaust for him as well, just to add insult to injury. It's another kill for the Zeri, 8,000 damage and a triple kill for Ruler in this fight.
Super fed Zeri now going to do a hell of a lot of damage to the base of Nongshim. Man, the dream starting to waver a little bit.
Yeah. I know, I'm sure a lot of fans are like, no, we wanted the dream, we wanted the Nongshim first best of 5 victory. But sometimes the favorite team just wins in the end.
Is on Chovy. And this is kind of the thing in these game 5s of Fearless. The tools aren't there. The same tools to lock down these carries.
Yeah.
And Jiwoo can't dash up to poke. You'll just die.
It's very true. It does feel like a little bit of Zeri taking over the game at this point in time. 7 kills. You got the Azir as well. The first pick on blue side for Gen.G. And they just stuck through it. They're like, okay, Smolder gets 4 kills. Cool story. We'll just wait it out. And we'll just push here in the late game. 30 minutes into this one. And Ruler's out of control. They've got a Yuumi for him as well. And they're just pushing here. They don't even have Baron buff anymore. But there's not really much that Nongshim can do about this. Gideon just pushing the side, or not Gideon, Kingen pushing the side lane, and at least gets an inner turret. You know, we talked a lot about the Jin game, but now right here where it matters most in game 5, it's like, oh, just couldn't do enough, and Fisher is just desperate. He just wants to land 1 Q.
Oh, he doesn't see the TP.
Instead, he's just, I mean, it's just getting flanked here as in goes Toby, gets 2-shot, lands 1 Q and a bomb, and that's about it. Kingen also fed, but not fed enough. The flash away, and that is the kill onto him. As meanwhile, in the base, it is just absolute massacre. As Gen.G, they finally do it. Duro has his head in his hands as Gen.G are winning game 5. That is the vibe right now, guys. As Gen.G barely limp across the line. They take a dominant game 5 at least to feel better about their situation.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.